Hey everyone, Hunter Baiden down here with Century 21, the Harrelson Group. I want to make a quick video for some of the consumers in our local market down here in Horry and Georgetown counties, or maybe you're a consumer in another market in our country and just have some questions as far as what it actually takes to market a property. So what are the, key variables that we look at? What are some key things that we do on our end of things to actually market our properties and get our clients, get their homes sold for them and on with their plans? Now, there's three very important or different factors that we take a close look at when trying to market and sell a property, at least in this market. And I'm sure it's actually the same in all markets across the country. So the first factor is marketing. Okay, marketing the property is one of the most important things you can do to get a property sold. Obviously, it has to be marketed, right? We've got to show that property to qualified buyers that are looking in this area for properties similar to yours in price, similar to yours in layout, features, and benefits. We have to expose those real features and benefits of the property to the buyers. Granite countertops, what kind of lighting fixtures, how updated is the flooring, this and that. What's the layout like? Is it open or more enclosed layout? Is the kitchen a little bit open? Updated appliances? What about that property is unique, and how can we market it and expose that to the buyers that are in the area? Some things that we do on marketing as far as internet marketing, postcards, mailers, flyers. Of course, we invest money up front. We have to spend money to make money and get your property sold. So of course, we've got the property on over 200 to 300 different websites that we invest money in to make sure that your property is at the top of the list and gets the most attention to it. That's just some things that we do on this end as far as marketing to get your property sold. The second factor is condition. Now, condition is extremely important because it's one thing that we can change slightly. So if there's some repairs that need to be made or some small cosmetic upgrades that may increase the value of your property, then it's important that you have a professional that's actually telling you what to actually do or pointing you in the right direction regarding the condition of your property. One thing we have to make sure is that the property is in selling standard. So like I said before, if there's small little tiny things that we need to do to touch up the property, of course inexpensive, but small things we can do to increase the condition and just give a great first impression when those buyers come to the property. So the first thing is marketing the property. The second factor when getting a property sold is paying close attention to the condition of that specific property. Make sure that we're listening to what the buyers say about the property so that we can make the adjustments on the condition of the property or some things that we can do differently. The third and final point to get a property sold, one factor that's extremely important that we adjust and stay in tune with, is the pricing. Price is extremely important because it's one of the main factors that we actually need to maybe adjust or change or pay very close attention to from day one. When you hit the market at a price that's just astronomically overpriced or astronomically underpriced, there's two things that can happen. If you're overpriced, then at that point you're going to miss over the serious and qualified buyers that are going out and purchasing qualified or serious sellers. They're buying their properties. So make sure that you don't get overlooked by a buyer who just really doesn't feel that they want to waste your time or waste their time if you're overpriced. And of course, on the flip side, if you're tremendously underpriced from day one, then you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table, which is never good in any case scenario, but it'll get the property sold very quickly. So if you're in a situation where, and this is a conversation you need to have with your realtor, if you're ever in a situation where you need to get the property sold extremely quick, maybe there was a death in the family, maybe the finances are a little bit hard on you at this time, then of course let him know or let her know that you need to get this property sold in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We have to have it under contract in at least 2 weeks. Then let's go under market value, get the property sold, and get you on with your plans. But keep in mind, you may leave a little bit of money on the table. So those are the three factors that we look at when selling property. Now, the three most important factors in our opinion, or my opinion, into getting a property sold is marketing, condition, and price. Down here in this market in the Horry and Georgetown counties, the three most important variables to take into consideration, because if you don't have marketing and you've got a property that's just underpriced, is in great condition, but on the flip side there's no marketing behind the property, then it won't get sold. It just won't be seen by enough buyers in that market. And again, if you got a property that's a little bit on the higher end, the condition's okay, but you've got very aggressive marketing behind it, then the price, even at a little bit higher, a little bit more than market value, if you've got a lot of exposure and a lot of attention to it, you're going to get the highest sales price. If you have any questions about these three factors that we take into consideration to get a property sold, please feel free to reach out. Again, it's probably the same for every market in our country. I'm sure it is. The real estate laws are typically the same. So if you have any questions, if you're not in our market and you just want to reach out down to this end, see what we do differently in the Grand Strand side of things, please feel free to reach out. It's 843-503-9988. You can also reach me by email at hbaidenc21@gmail.com. Look forward to being a resource.